So I'm gonna make this quick. You know how every once in a while you find that movie that takes up a place in your heart, and every time you think about it, you get all warm and tingly? Well, The Great and Powerful Oz was a prequel of that kind of movie. Was it fair that it had such a high bar to reach? Hell yes, it's fair. They knew going into it that it was going to be impossible to recreate the experience of such a cherished classic. I mean, look at the past of big-budget fantasy movies. There was the Willy Wonka remake, which was okay, and the Alice in Wonderland sequel, which really upset me. The only difference between those reimagined films and this movie is that there is a little less Johnny Depp and a whole lot more James Franco. The casting in this movie is just plain weird. Sure, Mila Kunis had a presence, but she was painstakingly annoying. And speaking of annoying, that brings me back to Oz himself, James Franco. He made it impossible to feel any form of emotion towards the character and most of the plot points. He was just so unlikable. And even if he does, save a little China doll and an adorable flying monkey, at the end of the day, the man behind the curtain will always and forever be a self-entitled asshole. On a brighter note, this movie was clearly made for 3D, so make sure you are prepared to shell out the big bucks for those 10-cent 3D glasses, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself staring at a lot of 2D flowers and birds and butterflies and fire and lightning bolts. Moral of the story: if you have a child, are a child, or haven't seen The Wizard of Oz, I don't know, you may exist, then this movie is for you. Otherwise, go dust off your recorded form TV, black and white VHS copy of the original Wizard of Oz with the old school commercials. Yeah, I know you all have it. Order yourself a pizza and grab a bottle of wine, or 3, and enjoy the real classic that will always and forever be worth the price of admission, or pizza, or wine.
See, I don't know. I actually kind of like the movie. They really did a good job with the green screen and graphics, and I was really impressed. I felt like they were purposely doing it amazing so they could be like, oh yeah, look how good we are now.
But so where does the story, though, have a place in that with the visuals?
Well, I thought the storyline was actually pretty good too. They really knew everything for the Wizard of Oz, so they all set it up perfectly. They put in little hints for the Scarecrow and the Cowardly Lion, and they even get like a map out, and they show you kind of where everything is, the poppy flowers, and you kind of get a sense of where Dorothy is going to come in. So by the end of it, I was actually, really impressed and really happy, and I kind of wanted to go watch The Wizard of Oz to see how it all synced up.
So as a fan of The Wizard of Oz, you were happy with how it turned out?
Yeah, I thought it did a really good job, and it wasn't just like for kids or anything. I enjoyed it, and I was impressed.
All right. So why don't you let us know what you think? Remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel @The Price of Admission.